So if you're moving to the Atlanta area and you just watched my City of Decatur vlog tour and you want to know more about the City of Decatur, well then this video is for you. I'm going to sit down on a Google Maps and just show you where things are in this area, point out some major roads, where the schools are at, some parks, where to go shopping, that kind of thing. So stay tuned for that, especially if you're interested in the school system, because everyone moves to Decatur for the schools. Well, you're going to want to listen up because there are some areas where you really need to pay attention to the boundary lines because they may not actually be zoned to City of Decatur school. So I'll explain all that coming up. But in the meantime, my name is Molly, and if you are new to my channel or returning and you have not subscribed yet, do me a favor, give me a like, punch that subscribe button, and hit that bell if you want to be notified when I do post a new video about another neighborhood. And if you ever have any questions, shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email, or put comments in that comments box below. I'm here to help you out and make your move to the Atlanta area a little bit easier. Let's get on to the map. All right, so here is the outline of the City of Decatur. And if you are searching on a Google map, the best way to kind of see your border lines is just Google zip code 30030, and that's going to pull up your border line. So I'm going to just zoom out a little bit so you can see where it is in reference to Atlanta. As you can see, it is just kind of on the eastern edge of the city area. And one thing I'll point out is that, Decatur is a little far from other highway access. Obviously they're very close to 285, but if you want to get over to I-85, there's really not a perfect direct route. The best way to get there is probably going on Claremont Road, which is this big yellow line right here, and making your way up Claremont. It's a fairly fast moving road. There are going to be some stoplights, and some of these will get backed up during peak time. So, if you're trying to get up north at 5 o'clock, you're going to hit some traffic backup along Claremont. But this is a fairly fast moving road. So that's going to be your probably fastest way to get over to I-85. Now, let's say, you're going to live in the City of Decatur, but you're working up in Sandy Springs, Dunwoody, and you're thinking, well, I'll just hop on 285. Yes, that is probably going to be your best route, but I will say 285, I hate driving on 285. It's awful. There's always, all the semi trucks are on there bypassing downtown Atlanta. So you get the semi trucks and then just people commuting. And, 3 o'clock kids, I want to steer away from 285. Same thing with early, in the morning time. There's really bad backups right around here. We call this Spaghetti Junction. So yeah, so if you're thinking you're going to live down here and commute up here for work, it can be a bit of a bear, just to give you that little heads up. But, if I know some people that live over here and work kind of near by the airport, Chick-fil-A, there's Delta, and from what I heard, the travel time to get over there is, around 25-30 minutes, and the traffic's usually not that bad because you're kind of going against the main traffic flow, so it's actually not too bad. But let me switch now so I can draw on my map. Let me zoom out again here. But the first thing I thought I would talk about is schools, because everybody that moves to City of Decatur, most of them are moving because the City of Decatur has really, really top-notch schools. So I thought I'd point out the school systems first and where they're located, and depending on where you live in the City of Decatur is going to determine which elementary school your kid would go to. But let me just point out where the elementary schools are. So the elementary schools, remember, if you watched my vlog tour about City of Decatur, I mentioned that they have a little bit of a different system of how it's not a typical K through 5th grade elementary school. They've split up, because they have so many students, they've split up K through 2, and then 3 through 5 are in separate buildings. So that took me a little bit of time to get used to. I wasn't used to that. And shoot, my small town, where I grew up, it was K through 6 was elementary, and now it's 6th grade is middle school. But anyway, I digress about that. So elementary school. So in the northern section of City of Decatur, we have Westchester Elementary right here. It is just off of Scott Boulevard. And I'll caution you, if you're cruising along Scott Boulevard, especially during the school, right when school's getting out, there's always little cop cars hanging out because there's a hill on both sides of this, and it's easy to speed fast through here, but just slow down. Don't get a ticket because cops do seem to like sit there and wait to hand out tickets. Claremont Elementary is right over here, just on the other side of Claremont Road. We've got, well, let me zoom over here a little bit more. And then you also have Glenwood Elementary. This one's right along Ponce de Leon. Pretty little historic building, red brick, really nice there. And then moving south, we have the Winona Park Elementary School right here. So people living kind of in the Winona Park neighborhood, obviously they'll be going here. And then there's the Oakhurst Elementary School. And I've got a vlog tour of Oakhurst alone coming up, so stay tuned for that. But that's where the Oakhurst Elementary is. Now for the upper elementary, there's 2 buildings now. There used to just be one, and now that they've built this new one, this Tally Upper Elementary. So this is going to service kids 3rd through 5th grade, and this is a newer building, just opened in the last couple of years, I believe. And then there is this 3 through 5. It is the 5th Avenue Upper Elementary. It's over in Oakhurst right here. So then we have all these elementary schools feed into the Renfro Middle School, which is just along College Avenue, just on the other side of downtown Decatur, basically right here. And then you hop over. This is a very busy road, this West College Avenue. It's a fast moving road. It's like it morphs into DeKalb Avenue as you go further along this road into downtown, or heading towards downtown. It turns into DeKalb Avenue, fast moving road. So that is one great road to take if you're wanting to get to downtown. Get on West College Avenue that turns into DeKalb Avenue, just FYI. But as I was saying, we got the middle school, and then you have Decatur High School, which is right here. And this is a great walking location to downtown Decatur and restaurants. It's not too far from the Chick-fil-A, which is right down there. So if you've got high school kids and they want to hang out after school, this is a really nice walk. It's just a few blocks from kind of the main downtown square area. So that is the schools. Another thing I want to touch about on the school system, the easiest way to look for homes online is to search by, and you're trying to focus in on the City of Decatur schools, is again to search by zip code 30030. That's going to pull all of your City of Decatur schools in that search. But there are little slivers where some homes are zoned to zip code 30030, but they are not zoned to City of Decatur schools. There's always a few catches, but so a couple places to be aware of. So some areas, like right along here, these have a City of Decatur zip code, but these are actually zoned to Fernbank Elementary School, which is actually still a great elementary school. But if you had your heart set on City of Decatur schools and you buy a home over here, you just want to double check that and know that where this house is actually zoned to. Another area would be down here on the southern area, kind of south of Winona Park. There's kind of this area called Midway Woods. It has the City of Decatur zip code, but it is not zoned to the Winona Park Elementary School. Instead, it's actually zoned to the Avondale Estates Elementary. So just a little warning there. And another thing I'll touch on with, you may be wondering, this is this map right here shows kind of the breakup of, which school you'd be zoned to if you lived in each section. So you have Winona Park is over here. Oakhurst would go to Oakhurst Elementary, and so on and so forth. You can find these maps online. You can go to csdecatur.net or just Google City of Decatur School map boundaries. You'll find it. But this is, and let me move my face here. But if you're, you got a you got a kid that's going in between 3rd through 5th grade, and you're wondering which school are they going to go to, Tally or the 5th Avenue. And this is kind of the breakout. So basically anyone going to Claremont Elementary, Glenwood Elementary, and Winona Park are going to go to Tally, but there's a small sliver of Winona Park students that would actually feed over into the 5th Avenue. And then you also have Oakhurst and Westchester students would go to the 5th Avenue. So that's kind of the breakout with the schools, which can be a little complicating. So just be aware, if you are looking into schools, double check your maps and boundaries of where that house is to just know where it's zoned to. Don't always trust a listing agent's listing. They may not have double checked the zoning, so you just want to always double check that. Okay, so now that we've discussed schools, let's talk about, the fun stuff like downtown Decatur. The square is right here. It runs along Ponce Avenue is kind of the main road that goes through the middle of the downtown Decatur area. And let me just zoom out here. So you can see Ponce. If you stay on it, you can ride this all the way into Midtown and downtown. And you can also take this all the way out. And I think you can get over, how do you get, yeah, you can follow this all the way over. It kind of curves, but you can take it over to 285 if you need to access that highway. So it's a great main street through downtown Decatur. Another one would be this Emory, as I mentioned, Claremont, which runs through the middle part of downtown Decatur, and this goes up. It'll take you all the way up to I-85 and beyond, but that's another main road that you can hop on to get up north if you need to. And so yeah, downtown is great. You have all the restaurants. I showed you a bunch of those in my vlog tour. Let me see if I can scroll in a little bit and zoom on a few. The MARTA station, if you are wanting to ride the MARTA, they have one right there in Decatur Square, right here off of Church Street, right on the edge. Oops, now it's not popping up. But the MARTA, there it is. There's the station right there. You could get on that and ride that into downtown. But here is, this is the old, it's a history museum, but you got this little stretch right here that you can park in. It's not a lot of parking, and you have to pay for it. Pretty much anywhere around here you're going to be paying to park, which is kind of annoying. But there's a bunch of different little restaurants all through here. Whenever they do a lot of festivals in downtown Decatur, they'll shut down Ponce right here. This will be kind of like the main festival area where people have their tables set up. But I mentioned the Iberian Pig. I love this restaurant. So good. I think they have one in Buckhead now. But this is like a tapas place. You guys, it's so good. There's ice cream. There's just it's a good selection of restaurants. There's number 246, which is an Italian place. Get some fresh pasta. Oops, I'm getting some text messages sent to me. There's Victory Sandwich Bar. There's just so many options here. So downtown Decatur has a really good food scene. A lot of people tend to think, well, Decatur's just, where a bunch of families live and little kids, but they have a pretty good food scene. People go out here for date night, and it's people from all over Atlanta that come down to eat over here. So A lot of good selection here, and they have a Chick-fil-A, which, you know, I always love a good Chick-fil-A. I got small kids, so we're always trying to find where the Chick-fil-A is, and that's actually one that we go to a lot. It's the closest one around. Okay, so that's some of the restaurants. I mean, I could go on, but there's a ton. Other things, so I started out my vlog tour, I should mention this Decatur Toy Park right here. It's a super cute park, bunch of like used toys. Your kids will go crazy if you take them here. It's always changing of what kind of toys are there, but you'll see birthday parties going on there as well. And, you know, if you got your kids and you really need some coffee, just hop across the street. There's a Dancing Goats, which is a coffee shop. There's a couple around the city, but some great coffee, and they've got some pastries and that kind of thing too. And yeah, so that's one park. There's a lot of parks in City of Decatur. Lots of a couple different public pools. Glen Lake Park. This is another playground, and it includes a pool. I'm not for sure if it's going to show it. There's some tennis courts there. There we go. There's the pool. So you got a park up there. And then, you know, Winona Park, there is another playground over here. So there's tons of playgrounds, you know, one for basically each of these other neighborhoods. You know, there's a lot of neighborhoods within City of Decatur. And let's see, what else do I want to mention? You know, at the end of my vlog tour, I mentioned there's a bunch of breweries. Now, they're not in the City of Decatur, but they're very, very close. They're on the edge. They're right over next door to Avondale Estates, but you've got Lost Druid Brewery right here, Wild Heaven Brewery. There's one more. Am I missing it? Maybe I need to zoom in a little bit more. Little Cottage Brewery. So yeah, so if you're into drinking some brewskis, you can just hop over there. It's not very far away. You know, another thing with living in City of Decatur, let me move back over here. You know, this is a very popular spot for people that work over at Emory. Emory is right here. So whether you're working at the Children's Hospital or Emory or the CDC, this is a pretty short drive. Now, if you live over here, kind of in the Winona Park area, it's a little further of a drive, but it's really not that much further. You just have a few more traffic lights to go through. But yeah, Decatur is definitely an area for that people seek out if they're working over at Emory. And oh, I did not mention this at all in my vlog tour, but I have to mention it. If you are into food and grocery shopping, you have to go over to the DeKalb Farmers Market. It is kind of in the northern section, so let me scroll out here. So, you know, here's downtown Decatur. The DeKalb Farmers Market is right here. And this is not like an outdoor farmers market that's, you know, every Saturday. This is every day. It's indoors. It's huge. They have so much fresh produce. Let me see if I can click on it and give you some pictures here. But I mean, a lot of unique produce items. The meat that they have there, like they have some very fresh sandwich meat, which it's really good. You have to eat it fast. It goes bad because it's so fresh and it doesn't have all the preservatives in it. But it is definitely a great place to go, especially if you're making something unique. And side note, they have so many spices and it's super cheap. So you can get like this huge thing of spices, and you know, you pay $5 for a tiny thing of it at the regular grocery store, but here you can get a huge container of it for the same price. So yeah, like I said, lots of bread. I don't even know how they sell all of that, but it's a great place. So definitely check out the DeKalb Farmers Market. Try not to go there on a weekend. It gets really busy, but hey, if that's the only time you can go, then just go. So anything else? Oh, I guess other grocery shopping or shopping in general. I did mention kind of a main shopping hub, which is right here on the northern edge of City of Decatur. And this is rather new in the last four-ish years. I could be off a little bit. There is a Walmart there, and I think there was some grumbling about getting a Walmart in here, but there is a Walmart here. There's an LA Fitness. There's my favorite, Home Goods. There is across the street a Whole Foods market. If you're into Teslas, they've got a dealership right here. And actually the only other Tesla dealership that there is in the Atlanta area is over in Alpharetta. So if you are big into Teslas, here's your go-to right here. So they've got a bunch of different little restaurants all along here, right along Scott Boulevard. And also another Chick-fil-A right over there, just saying. But there's also, if you're looking for grocery shopping, there is a Kroger right here. Of course, the DeKalb Farmers Market. There's a Kroger here, somewhere down here in kind of the main center of Decatur. And then there is another Kroger and a Walmart, which is further down here in this area. Now, when you get down to here, I will say it's a little bit more transitional. So if you're not used to kind of a very cohesive look, you may not really like this area as much, but there is a Kroger and a Walmart over here as well. And am I missing any other grocery stores, like a Publix? I think there's a Publix up north here somewhere. Am I forgetting where? Yeah, right up here. Yeah. So there's a Publix right here on the corner of North Decatur and Claremont Road. But that's kind of it. So that is one thing too. If you live in City of Decatur, I feel like the grocery stores, you do have to drive out, kind of on the edge of town to get to some grocery stores, except for this Kroger right here, which is a little bit of a smaller one, if I say so myself. But that's kind of your options there. And then, if you're a Target shopper, you're not really a Walmart shopper, your closest Targets, there's going to be one up here. Let's see, let me scroll out a little bit. So there's going to be a Target right up here. So again, it's going to be a little bit of a drive. There's also one over here. I like this Target for some reason right here over by the Tucker area. This could be maybe a little faster for you. It's right off 285, so easy to get to as well. So those are probably going to be your closest Targets. Or there's one over in Edgewood, which might be quick. If you live over here, it might be pretty quick to get to because it's like right there. So, okay, you guys, I think that's it. I covered a lot of the shopping, some of the restaurants, the schools. So as always, if you have any questions for me or on any videos that you've ever seen, don't be afraid to drop a comment or question in that comments box below, or shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. I'd love to help you out and hopefully make your move to the Atlanta area a little bit easier. But you guys, until next time, I'll see you later.